This shit work. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. What's poppin', everybody? What's poppin'? Never stopping. Tick tocking in our dachshunds. We vibing. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Actually, I should have the YouTube stuff right there. Yeah. YouTube bow right there. And then these guys gotta be off. There we go. Everything right there. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, we vibing. Yeah, what's up poppin', Lisa? Good to see you, girl. You made it on time, most definitely. I'm starting today's live stream. Pretty much each one of my live streams, I'm doing an episode of Pop the Balloon and Find Love. I'm doing a little bit of a book. I'm working out a little bit, and I'm just trying to see like if I would be picked by the person that is what was it? I want to get on Pop the Balloon and Find Love, but I want to make sure when I go on, I don't get no pop balloons. Or the people that I would want to attract, I would know the type of style and flair I would need to go on there. I'm going to get the correct books. I'm also going to get the correct nutrition for everything. So I've been eating correctly and I am working out. The eating correctly thing has been harder and harder and harder, but hey, it's getting there. I just bought some ice cream that I was like, I'm not even gonna eat this. Had some great motivation to like leave it alone. I just realized that I can use the stuff that is happening around me as motivation, and I'm extremely excited for that. I'm trying to figure out what game do I want to play. I don't know. I was watching your episode one. I woke up from a nap. You'll never last. Uh, everyone unpopped, right? But can't be everyone's cup of tea. No, no, no. I understand. I understand, Lisa. But there's been some dudes that has made it that didn't get popped. You know what I'm saying? I just have to have the facial structure, the facial features, the clothing, and the voice. You know what I'm saying? Your boy gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna talk. So in this series, I'm going to be getting vocal coaches. I'm going to be working out. I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff. Do you think that TikTok's gonna be banned? Man, I think that whatever happens, happens. We just gotta go with the flow. Let's get to it though. Let's get to it though. This is where we are inside of the No More Mr. Nice Guy book. We're about 43 minutes in, but we're going to go and get into that episode 2 of Pop the Balloon and Find Love. There go episode 1 right there. We just went through that. We said that the person that we wanted literally was all the way back here. It was this tall, dark skinned lady that was 29 years old. She was a good age. She was a good height. We was a good height. Everything looked good. What is up, Milk? It says, you want a woman to love for superficial reasons when retreat promises the fox suits. Okay, 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 okay. So Lisa, that is the funny thing about the whole situation, right? I'm going to go on the Pop the Balloon to find love in the fox suit. So here's the thing. I'm going to, right, have everything that I need for the woman that I would want. Here's the thing. If the woman that I would want wouldn't want me in a fox suit, then it was all for naught in the first place. And it doesn't matter. That means I can go through that whole selection process, getting my balloon popped with a smile on my face. Because I know I am a 6 to 7 figure man. I know that I am business mindset. Like, I know that I am, you know what I'm saying, glory to, like, the one above. I know that I am the person that I am. So if that person would not accept me in my fox suit, then they don't deserve everything that I have built in the first place. And I can keep moving. I can keep moving and move on. So I know that I'm going to build something amazing. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't get it, I just don't get it. It is what it is. Let's look at episode 2, though. That's what we're looking for. Wow. Episode 32. No, episode 2. Here go episode 3. I think episode 2 is a lineup of girls. This is a lineup of girls. So episode 2 is going to be a lineup of guys. I'm going to skip. I feel like I'm going to skip all the... What's up, Barbie? How you doing? I think I'm going to skip all the lineup of guys because I don't really want guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go to episode 3. Yeah, because it just defeats the purpose. So it's really episode 3 is episode 2, but hey, it's all good. Let's look at it. What's good, Barbie? Pop the balloon, find love. Pop the balloon, find love. Pop the balloon, get tugged. Pop the balloon, get a hug. Pop the balloon, get stuck. Pop the balloon, get stuck. Okay, she look a little bit pretty. I don't know who I would pick on this lineup. This lineup is like really, really nice. Those legs, wowee. What she gonna get? You see it, man? Look at it. I like the outfits. I don't know what type of style I would go for. Like, what type of style is like a good style to even look at? You know what I'm saying? What are y'all thinking?
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette. As you see here today, we
this
have
was
a
the
lineup
famous
of some
episode.
beautiful single
Okay.
ladies. Hello everyone. Make some noise.
So this episode is actually famous. This episode is actually famous, y'all. And here's some lore. This lady right here, she ended up getting indicted by the federal court. This lady right here is just mean for no reason. She ends up getting a match, not on this one, I don't think, or it was the next one, or it was this one. And then the dude looked at the video and saw how mean she was. If I was to look at this lineup, I would say I would want to be this lady right here. So when she gets picked, that's when I'm out of here. Very beautiful facts, brother.
All right, so just to give you guys a little bit of information on how it's going to go down today, you all have balloons in your hands.
She looks the prettiest, but we don't know nothing about her, so let's learn about her. Let's see what type of person she is.
You like how he's looking, you like the chocolate skin, the height, whatever it is. Don't pop your balloon, but if there's anything you're not feeling, go ahead and pop it. Then I'm going to go over to a few of you, get a little more information, see what's going on, why you popped, and all that good stuff. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, sir. Welcome in.
Oh, man.
How y'all doing?
Oh.
He said, how y'all doing?
Hey.
How y'all
What's your
doing?
name?
Okay, so I see
This
the
is
voice.
my name is Ja.
Yeah, my name is
And how old are
John.
you?
I'm 31.
31.
Oh,
And
see,
John,
I'm
what
not
do you
even
do?
31. I'm
I work in
29.
private security.
This is like my
and
age
also
group of
own
women.
a
I hope
digital,
old girl the right
entertainment
age.
company that I do music for. I also screenwrite for, and I model for.
Nice. Okay. All right. And so, Ja, what's your type of woman? What do you look for?
Thank you so much, Georgia.
Honestly,
Thanks for the
it's
roses and the
mainly
chili
about the
peppers. Thank you, girl.
personality,
Thank you,
right?
girl.
That's
Thank you,
what you
girl.
can't replace.
All right.
said
And
that's what you
what
can't
type of
replace.
personality do you usually go for?
I like somebody I can have a conversation with.
Yeah, I like somebody. I can
Like a different range of topics, somebody I can have fun with, somebody I can eat with.
Oh, so you're a
Right.
foodie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So the ladies have not popped, Ja.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? And nobody popped. See, Lisa? You see how it's possible?
Okay,
It's
so
possible.
we're
I
gonna
can
switch
do
roles
it.
over to
If I
you.
get the right outfit, I gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta get my body to be like,
crazy
So,
already.
yeah, it is.
we gonna get there though, y'all.
Just
We gonna
based
get
off
there.
of looks so far, I know you're a personality guy, but you know we gotta like what we're looking at. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, based off of looks, whose balloon are you going to pop?
Oof. He
Just
gotta
based on
pop
looks,
that.
I can't no ask no
All
other
right, so
questions.
that lady on the
First round,
very
let's go
end at
based
the
off of
right,
looks.
that lady gots to go. That lady had to
Oh,
go.
let's start with one.
Okay.
Okay.
We're just gonna get this out
You
the
just,
way.
I'm
We're just
following
gonna
you
get this
wherever
out
you
the
go.
way. Okay. Pop.
All right. Okay,
said,
so let's go
man.
on right over
Okay.
here. If we can have your name and how old are you?
I'm Rizoma and I'm 26.
And Rizoma, what do you
Ultimate
what do you
real
do?
master. What's up, Jay?
I work for Ortho Arizona. It's my 9 to 5. I also model and I'm working on a fragrance business and a couple others as well.
Man.
Nice. And now, Ja, why did you end up popping her balloon?
She the shortest.
No, that's totally okay. I understand.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
it is
legally a
what it is.
midget. I'm 4'8". I get it.
God.
4'8"?
She said.
Okay, my bad. I didn't mean to do all that.
No, you're good. I understand.
Oh, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like what you got on though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So just the height, that was.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so.
Yeah, I gotta go. Okay, so face care.
Rizoma.
I gotta just
Rizoma,
get my
why
shit
did you
like
keep
good,
your
bro. I got
balloon
everything
popped
we
for John?
need to do
Well,
this.
personally, I really like how
Hold
he
on,
dresses.
so you gotta do
I don't
face
like
care
the
at
attention
night
to see
and in
through,
the
but you
morning,
have
yo.
the idea, which I love. But other than that, I think you did good. So I didn't see a reason to pop you. I did have some personal questions, but you popped my balloon, so I'm cool.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
All right.
Can I give you this back?
Oh, no, you got to hold on to it. You
Okay.
look at it.
All right.
No one's
Yeah,
popping.
no, you're right.
You're doing
Okay.
very well.
Yes, all right.
Okay, so did you have a question you wanted to ask the ladies? I know earlier you said you had a question.
What is one fun thing about you? Like it can be a talent or what you like to do or a little personality trait or whatever, what have you.
All right, let's start right here. Name and how old you are, and then we'll go ahead and answer this question.
Yes, my name is Lovely. I am 41 years old.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm very adventurous, so
Okay.
I like to do like things that live on the edge, you know, hiking, parasailing,
Got you.
anything with
What
water.
else?
Water daredevil.
Oh, daredevil. All right.
All right, let's go ahead and go on right over here.
Hi, my name is Linda. I'm 26. I'm very optimistic and I'm a goofy goober.
Scared the hell out of me.
I like to go out to the movies. I like to go out to eat.
Okay.
I like to go hiking as well. And I'm really down for everything. Yeah.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is Ria. I'm 30 years old, and I would like to say that I like to travel, and I'm down for anything. I
Okay.
like anime. I love comic books, so I love to read. So I'll try anything once. That's down to food,
Yeah.
whatever type of activity. Even if I've never done it before, I just like experiences.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
All right.
My name's Adana, and I'm full grown. My talent about myself is that I know myself.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Good.
We'll be back to y'all too. We'll be back.
Oh, damn. Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm 38 and I work for an airline. I like to travel, very spontaneous. Love to experience new cultures, or not, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Love to experience different cultures, move around a lot, love hiking. Those are the fun things about me, I guess.
Cool. Everybody like to hike.
We're in Arizona. What else are you going to do?
We got great nightlife out here. I'm not going to lie to you. You got it?
Yep, I think so.
Look at you.
There you go.
My name is Miriam. I'm 23. And a fun fact thing is I
I like to learn new things, like feed me with more knowledge about religion, about food, about culture, about life.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
All right. So, based off of those answers that you got from those ladies, whose balloon do you feel like popping?
Damn. Okay. How many? Balloons?
Balloons.
How many?
Plural. Let's go with 2. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we just gonna get this over with. Are we walking?
Yeah, go.
Oh, okay.
I'll follow you where you go.
Woo! I love it. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what's up.
Okay.
Um.
Let's turn this way though.
Right. It's just height. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
I loved your answer though. Very interesting.
So why did you end up popping Adonna's balloon?
I didn't really. She popped it because she felt it. But like, I wasn't really sure about her answer. Like it was. It was like explanatory, but it didn't really answer what I was asking, more or less. You know what I mean?
I didn't give too much of an answer because I was still.
On
I was
the fence.
hoping someone would say something that I was thinking before I could say it.
I feel it.
But
Everybody hikes
I
in here.
popped it because, I was trying to figure out what it was, but it was definitely the distraction of the see-through pant, and then
they ivory,
the jewelry, like the earrings for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I
If
feel
I
it.
have to go, based off looks,
Yeah, we splitting hairs in here, so
more or less.
more or less. All right.
Okay. And then let's go down here. You end up popping this balloon here. And why did we end up popping her?
Again, love her answer, and she seems interesting. But if I had to choose, I prefer a little taller.
Oh.
That's all.
All right.
That's all it is. Right. No, you still seem mad cool. Like really, I mean that.
Okay. And then why did you keep your balloon unpopped for him?
First off, physical attraction, obviously. But
True,
I like the way he dresses. He's very clean.
Thank you.
Prefer like he's my type, but obviously I'm not his.
Okay. All right. And so we did get 2 ladies that popped their balloon on you.
And I want to know.
All right. So if we can have your name and how old you are.
Haley, and I'm 31.
And Haley, what do you do?
I am a beautician, and I got my foot in a lot of things. So I'm gonna just start with that because it's been 10 plus years.
Okay.
So
I respect it.
Yeah.
And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
So I like his aura. He seemed like a nice guy, but I felt myself starting to lose interest quick.
That be happening to me.
Yeah. I don't like to be bored.
Oh.
Yeah.
It be like that.
Okay. So people get bored of you? Is that what you're saying? Like you said it happens
It'd
often.
be reasons they lose interest. Some people don't see what they want to see or don't get what they get. So they'd be like, I'm going to move on. It makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. We locked in. She cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He cool though.
Okay. And now, is she your type?
Yeah. I love her fit. I like her general, like she know what she want. I love that, right? So yeah, there would be no reason why.
Okay, nice, thank you. And let's go right on over here if we can have your name and how old you are.
My name is Connie Marie. I'm 32 years old.
And what do you do, Connie Marie?
I am a registered behavior therapist for kids who have autism,
Super cool.
as well as I'm also a business owner. I have my own lash line, and I'm also a published model.
Okay.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, I just felt like the vibe wasn't given for me. And it's like, I mean, he definitely seemed like somebody that's cool, but as far as like longevity wise, it just wasn't really like giving off what I wanted it to.
No, I respect that. That's real. That makes sense.
But you are handsome though.
And you are attractive. You are beautiful.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Of course.
All right. So we do still have 4 balloons left. Okay. So, did you have another questions that you wanted to ask over to the ladies?
Yeah, I'm gonna get right into an important
all
question. And it's not necessarily a deal breaker, so I don't want anybody to think that, but do you already have kids is my question.
Yes, I already have children, and I do not want any more.
Okay.
Yes, I do have 2 kids, 2 boys, and I don't want any more either.
Okay.
Nope, I have no kids, just fur babies. That's about it.
I respect it, yeah.
7 to be exact.
Damn.
Yeah, 7.
What does this consist of?
Yeah, let's
so
do this.
I have 6 Maltese and a Chihuahua / German Shepherd mix. Yeah.
Are all the poodles related?
Yes, 2 of them are the parents. So I have the mother and the
Got
father,
you.
and
Okay.
then I have, unfortunately, the puppies that I
Got you. Okay.
I was unable to get sold.
That makes sense.
And then I kind of got used to them. I had them for a while, so they're family now. So those are my babies.
Again, I respect your answer. I did that.
All right, let's go right down here.
I do have children. I have 3 children,
Okay.
and they are young adults.
Okay.
And I am not looking to have any more.
Okay.
It is my time.
I hear you.
I'm
You right.
traveling.
Yes.
I'm traveling.
You in your era. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel it.
Yeah. I have paid my debt to society. Okay.
Okay.
I have made my contribution.
I hear you. Okay.
All right. Okay, so based off of that, what are we going with? And you got that toothpick on your ear.
Yeah. No, I ain't forget it. I ain't forget it. 2 more or just 1 more?
Yeah, let's go with 2 more.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we have 2 ladies left. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask them a question.
Okay. Cool.
And then we're gonna go ahead and see what you're feeling from there. So if your friends or your family were to describe you, what 3 words would they use?
Independent,
Okay.
courageous, and amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
If your family or friends were to describe you, what 3 words would they use?
Oh my gosh, she is like a whole breath of fresh air.
Okay. I dig that.
I'm playing. No, seriously, I'm not. Seriously, a whole breath of fresh air.
Okay.
Like, she's so warm and welcoming. Like, she fucking cooks everything. Get-togethers at the house. Like, I'm just that person, and it's
Okay,
me
I'm done.
naturally.
I've
Like,
done my whole nightly self-care.
I'm sorry for cursing.
That's
No, we
beard,
supposed
hair,
to. I want you to be
face,
real.
all.
And now, what about for you?
Moisturize.
How would your family or friends describe
I
you
gotta
in 3
go.
words?
Hey man, thanks
Independent
for
is a
coming
good
through,
one.
big dog. Damn.
Charismatic, entertaining.
Entertaining.
Right.
Okay.
This man still
All right.
out here.
So, for our 2 ladies left, based off of those answers, did you
Dang,
wanna
bro,
add
is
on
he
to it, or
gonna
did you-
leave
have
with
a
the
question?
girl that I
Go for it.
picked? Like,
Are you
is it
better
gonna
at
happen
cooking or
again?
cleaning?
I need to get my ass fucking.
Right.
Like,
I'm
I need to go
had to
fucking
ask. You'd be
first,
surprised.
bro.
You would be
Pop your
surprised.
balloon, girl,
You'd be
please.
surprised.
I didn't learn nothing about her
Okay,
actually.
so both, yes.
If you had to pick one, if you had to pick one.
Yeah, I still make music.
I would say cleaning.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a clean person for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, Miss Ashley.
I would say cooking because sometimes shit does get real.
Yeah.
Shit does get real sometimes. Sometimes you just do not.
She is
feel
so
like
pretty,
putting
too.
that laundry up, so it will sit on the couch for about a couple days. Or on the
No,
other
I
side
dig
of your
you.
bed. I'm
No, I
single.
know. Yeah.
So
No.
sometimes
For
that
sure.
laundry
Just kick
keep
it
me
over and go to
comfort
sleep.
on the other side of the bed a couple days. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love.
This,
to cook.
see, that man had the
That's my
pick of
jam.
the
I
litter.
love to cook,
Flower
drink
Jeans
wine,
got
vibe out
it.
to
I
some
think.
music. That's
No,
that's
that's
my
who
jam.
I, bro. So Lisa,
All right. Yeah.
the situation, right, is I pick one person at the start, right? Because I want to be a part of, and I'm not gonna continuously explain it, but like I'm explaining it to you because I know you're gonna be here continuously. I want to be a part of Pop the Blue and Find Love, so it's like I want the person that I want, right? So if that person ends up getting picked early, then I'm done watching the whole episode. But if that person can make it to the end, I can probably see what's wrong with the people that I would be interested in. It's all fun and games though. It's all just for content. I'm not actually going to take it too seriously, with the exception of the working out, the eating correctly, and the listening to the audiobooks. So as you can see, I'm going to be a better person at 100 day. It's just about starting and getting the content out, figuring out how to make it more presentable. I hope you enjoyed the transitions. I thought those was really cool.
You ready to make your decision?
No!
She popped. What's going on?
Wait, but yes,
Right
but
away,
whoa.
I popped just because I don't feel the vibe is there.
Oh.
Damn, I'm vibeless. That's the verdict.
What's going on? Did you feel it earlier, or like what happened?
Throughout time, when he was asking the questions, yeah,
Okay.
I just,
It's not there for
yeah,
you.
no.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Well, if we can have Miss Ashley come
Wow.
out here.
She got braces on. Miss Ashley was ready to go.
Let me have you stand over here, though.
Okay, my bad.
Thank you.
Miss Ashley said, "Thank you, girl."
Okay. So, Ashley, did you have any questions to determine if this is someone you do want to proceed with?
Yes, I do. Do you want children?
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm not having no babies.
I know.
I'm so done. Done.
When I heard the answers, I was like, damn, I ain't got a shot
But
in
you
here.
cool as you
Yo,
cool.
for sure. No. Y'all are all very
I'm
cool people.
So trying so hard not to curse. But you are so cool.
Yeah.
You are like so dope. You are very
Caught me off
attractive.
guard.
You are well put together, all that.
Damn,
I've
left
paid
with
my debt
nobody.
to society, and I'm
Debt
not
to
having any more
society.
children.
She said, "Debt to society."
yeah.
Did she already have
man,
two
all right,
kids?
well,
I didn't even
unfortunately,
get that
that's
far,
all the
y'all.
balloons.
That was my shot at love.
Thank you so much for coming on, but you are going to go home.
No, we can definitely, for sure.
She was jealous. He was
All right,
too
ladies.
smiley with the other girl.
Okay, all
Damn.
right then. Let's give it up for him, though, ladies. Thank you for coming on
Thank you. I
out.
appreciate
So Simpson, even if I do get all my stuff together and I don't get no pop balloons, I could still not leave with my match. So that means, bro, I can just
Our
come in the
next
fox
single
suit.
man, please
Because if
come
she
on
fucking with it,
out.
she fucking with it. That's all I can say.
Hello, welcome in. I'll have you on that.
Yo!
And what's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy, how old are you?
I am 43.
43.
Oh,
And
actually,
I am a construction worker. I work at Rose Pavement. I'm a paver operator.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And Tommy, what do you look for in a woman?
Just someone real, genuine, no ulterior motives. Just
Tommy
someone that
better
got
get
their
his
stuff
old
together
ass
'cause I got
on.
mine.
Okay.
And,
I'm just playing, bro. He got to the
that's
point
it.
where he
Pretty
got
much
his
it.
stuff together.
All right, so we did get a couple of popped balloons. So we'll go to a few of these ladies, see what's going on, why they ended up popping, and we'll just go ahead and start right on over here. All right, and if I can have your name and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Rizoma. The reason why I popped your balloon is because I just don't like how you dress as a 40-year-old man.
Ah.
You're not my little brother. I don't want you to dress like my little
Damn.
brother. It's weird to me. But you look good.
Damn.
Though. I like the little Texas thing you got on your hand. Are you from Texas or?
No, I'm a tourist.
Oh, good to know. Yeah, I don't like Taurus either. So
I don't dress like this all the time, so I do have suits and stuff,
Okay.
Damn.
I'm just
It's the jacket? You think it's the jacket? Damn.
all right, next.
Okay. All right. And
43
now, is she
though.
your type? Like, is she someone you would have approached?
I hope by 43
I
I'm
mean,
married
yes.
with one kid. I hope.
And what
I
makes
hope
her
I
your
can
type?
be. I'm saying at least.
She's smiling for one. You could tell she's real cool and bubbly personality, confident.
No, that lady
That's
is
important.
mean.
Appreciate it. Mwah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on right on over here. If we can have your name
Damn.
and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Oh yeah.
Hello, my name is Lovely, and it's just because it is your swag. You wore a hat. I need to see your face, and you're hiding something right now. You know what I mean? There you go. Now I can see who you are, but you were hiding something, and it was the hat for me. Yeah.
All right. All right. All good.
Oh.
Okay, but now that you see him, are you changing your mind? You said it was just the hat for you.
I mean, it was just because he had that disguise on, so I wasn't able to surface that layer. But I mean, once he removed his hat, he is a handsome-looking man.
Thank
Yes,
you.
He is.
Okay.
So don't be wearing hats when you're.
Nah, they don't like that
Ladies.
soft spokenness either, man.
You just see
They
all
want
of
to
you.
lower his voice a little
Okay.
bit.
And now, is he
Man.
your type? Like, if he were to approach you, would you go for that?
I mean,
Man.
black don't crack.
Yeah,
You
John,
look
it don't
very
always
young,
go
so
how
I
we
would think you
want.
were too young
Trust.
for me.
I
honestly.
should have been married by now. Oh, Lisa.
That's good, because you're in your
I feel
40s
you,
like
girl.
me. So
Right.
I would think you were too young for me.
So when I get 50, I'll look 40.
Damn. Love it.
And now, is she your type?
Yes.
Thank you, Christopher,
Yeah.
for becoming a
Yeah, she's
follower.
confident, pretty sweet. I can tell I'm a vibe person, so if you're not trying too hard, you can kind of see that.
High frequencies.
Yeah. Bottom line.
We still don't got the
Good
age of old
vibe
girl
here.
though.
Like, are we getting a balloon back? What's going on?
No.
Okay. All right, let's go on over to our next lady here.
Okay, so how old is she?
You can have your name and why you pop.
Hi, my name is Linda, and first and foremost, you're a really handsome guy,
Thank
but I did pop my balloon just because first impression is everything.
Wait, how
And
old
it
is
was a
she?
fit for me, so
Okay.
yeah.
That's good.
And what about his fit? Was not it for you?
What was her
It
age?
just seems like we're going to a basketball game, and this is not a basketball game.
I don't wear that type of stuff, but I feel
You
like
know,
she.
so, yeah.
Balloon just because of his height.
yeah,
But you do have a cool.
Like my sister.
Pop some.
And be like,
Yes for you.
Yeah. He finna take me out the net. Bye, y'all.
You go, girl.
And I'm a registered child care.
This one is
okay,
crazy.
no problem. Thank you.
Okay, and now is she your type?
And what he said is just
But you are a very beautiful woman.
Thank
you feel
you.
me?
I
And
appreciate
you know
that.
they sitting up. She righteous.
They sitting up. They sitting
You're
up.
honest. That's
She
good.
righteous. She
I like
righteous.
that. Thank you.
He said they sitting
Let's go on
up.
to our next lady here then.
They sitting up, brother.
Okay, your name and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Linda, and I ended up popping my balloon because just hearing him
Yeah.
and what he said.
Wait,
is
it don't
just-
say what her age,
Oh, never mind.
was.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that.
Men like to.
Okay.
Oh, he got
and I heard you
somebody.
say-
Yeah,
feel me?
I want to
'Cause-
try a song request.
Cause
so
I. Can I get the lyrics? I don't know the lyrics. I don't know the lyrics.
Girl.
Can you say that one more time, darling? Thank you. Like,
Dapping.
I get it,
Bam.
but I don't know the song. I don't want to disrespect Genuine. You feel me, bro? Folks are talented artists, bro. Like I got my own original music. If you wanted me to perform that, I would. But you feel me?
I want to know how old girl
Okay,
is.
and then next question.
Yeah.
Wait, is she get picked?
I don't know.
No.
And same for you. Is she your type?
Not at all. Her hair too loud.
Yeah, you good.
Comment.
So
Only thing that you weren't feeling.
Cool.
She your type?
She alright. She bad. Like,
This guy's an
definitely
interesting.
see myself
Look at it,
in
like
her.
how soft spoken this dude is.
thank you.
Very cool. Thank you. Okay, let's go right on over here.
Because we can
and
change
you
our
have
outfit
your
easily.
name, why you
Exactly,
had it
Lisa.
Hi, my name is Linda, and I popped just by hearing you. Kind of sound like you got a little attitude.
Not at all, baby.
Yeah, just a
Confident.
little feisty.
Yeah, I'm very
And,
confident about myself.
I don't want to deal with that.
That's cool.
But you're a good guy, though. You seem really nice, but I just, yeah, he talked back.
5 o'clock, where you been?
Cool.
Okay, and now, is she your type? Like, are you feeling her?
Oh, she's beautiful. I love your
you.
eyes.
Thank you. You're handsome.
Thank you.
Okay. All right then. So we do have one lady with her balloon still unpopped. So, did you have any questions you wanted
like
to
how they
ask
got
her,
matching
kinda narrow it
hairdos.
down, see if this would be a yes for you as well?
So for yourself, what are you looking for in a man?
So what I'm looking for is somebody who is creative, but also somebody who understands what it means to love unconditionally. And when I say unconditionally, that means that you are all in. So if you're going to want to ride with me and you're going to want to ride with me with limits, like you have certain things that are just like,
I don't know. Does
you
old girl
can't
get
do,
picked? Like, what girl?
that's a no-go for me.
Good personality.
Right now I'm a Capricorn, so which is not I can tell.
So, Bo, is she your type?
No.
No.
Started over, have an 11-year-old.
Of looks? Is there one that you want to go ahead and pop their balloon based off of just what you're seeing so far?
Can I ask one more question?
Go for it.
What is you guys' age?
Okay.
26.
26. She said he got
Gotta
attitude.
use the
Crazy
mic.
work, bro. Crazy work.
I passed you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Hi, my name is Linda. I'm 26, and
Oh.
I have 2 kids.
Yes.
She got two of them boys. She got two of them boys at 26. Oh, well, damn. She's in the age range, but she is one over the kid range. That was the only lady I thought was cute. 2 kids. You know something that I always thought was very interesting? You ever notice, like, you can tell the women that got kids, like, you be looking and be like, dang, she is so pretty. She probably got kids. Like, if she, oof, man, I don't know. I'm not about to say all that, but it's 2 kids.
You didn't even say, look at that. You skipped over us.
Yeah. 2 kids.
Go for it.
What is you guys' age?
Okay.
26.
26?
26. You know, we gotta use the mic. I passed you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Hi, my name is Linda. I'm 26, and I do got 2 kids.
Yes. You didn't even say, look at that.
That nigga got hush mouth, boy. It make you sad. You be like, dang. All right, episode 2 is a bust. That
You skipped over us.
Did she raise her hand though? She did. Oh, okay.
How old is your kids?
5 and 4.
And she has a 4-year-old. Yep.
Yeah, I have a 4-year-old.
And
I'm 31.
31.
What is it? What?
I'm 23.
You ain't got no kids.
So, how many ladies do we have left? I won't skip you this time.
He kept the lady
We got
with 2 kids.
3 ladies left.
Look. I ain't trying to be no type of shallow. I know I ain't the cutest person in the world, but that nigga was hush mouth hearing she had 2 kids, and he still was like, yeah, that went on the end. Yeah, let me go ahead and pop this right quick. That's heartbreaking. I'm back, bro. What's up, big dog? Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. Thank you so much, TZ, for the rose. Appreciate you.
So,
Oh, I'm heartbroken.
I'm going to go ahead and ask a question for you then. Okay?
Yeah.
So, what is your best quality about yourself?
Ooh.
Personality for sure. Anytime I walk into a room, I definitely light it up. I talk to everybody. I want to get to know everybody. And like I said, I'm just an open book, so I like to have fun.
I would definitely say my personality. I'm very communicative and very understandable. Yeah.
You can tell he hurt, bro. He got to clear his
I
thorough.
would definitely say I'm a creative. I know how to do a lot of things. My personality, I'm a people person. That's it right now. Okay. He can pop my balloon. He already wants to.
You feel like popping her balloon?
Go ahead.
Oh, you just volunteered.
But okay, so why'd you end up popping her balloon?
I was not gonna pop it, but you know.
You was, cause you was about to pop it when you was about to pop hers.
No, I was not gonna pop it. I don't know, y'all put me in a spot, but
I gotta let it go, bro. I gotta let it go. Episode 2 bust. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going. I don't even think she got she stayed through the whole thing. She at the very end. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, dog. The first one, I think that was a better pick. Second one, your boy chose horribly. She probably would have popped the balloon on me anyway, so it is what it is. Let's get into the next segment of the live stream. Working out. working out. She not mean. I see you, D-Flow. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Are you having a good day? I hope you vibe, and let's look at the book.
Recovery process. Breaking free activities. If you recognize yourself or someone you love in what you have read so far, read on.
This is the second part of No More Mr. Nice Guy.
For breaking free from the negative effects of the nice guy syndrome.
While I'm listening to this, I'm also going to be on the floor right behind me working out.
And it can work for you or a loved one. To help facilitate this process, I present numerous breaking free activities throughout the book. These breaking free activities serve to facilitate the paradigm shift that is necessary for recovery from the nice guy syndrome. They will not only help recovering nice guys understand where their paradigms come from, but will help replace them with more accurate and up-to-date ones. These assignments will also point recovering nice guys in a direction that will help them start doing things differently. Breaking Free, Activity 1. Write down 3 possible safe people or groups that might be able to provide support for you in your recovery from the nice guy syndrome. If no one comes to mind, get out the telephone directory and look up counselors or support groups in the phone book. Write down 3 names and phone numbers and call them when you finish this chapter. If you are employed by a company with an employee assistance program, this is another resource. If you know someone who has been to therapy or a support group, ask them for information. If you have access to the internet, you can search for 12-step groups or support groups. Caution. Before you decide to apply the principles presented in this book, I must first warn you about 2 things. The first is that the program of recovery presented in No More Mr. Nice Guy is not just a few good ideas to try on for size. It represents a challenge to everything nice guys believe about what they must do to be loved, get their needs met, and keep their world calm.
I just logged my first set.
Breaking free from the nice guy syndrome involves a radical change in perspective and behavior. Trying to do it halfway will only result in needless suffering. Second, breaking free from the nice guy syndrome will significantly affect your personal relationships. If you are currently in a relationship, I encourage you to ask your partner to read this book along with you.
If you want to do it with me, you can.
The program of recovery presented in No More Mr. Nice Guy will significantly affect you as well as those closest to you. Though your partner may be supportive of you making positive changes, they may also initially
This exercise is very simple, very easy.
Reading this
All you
book
got to do is get into the position, push-up position,
transition.
and then lower your body. When you get to the floor,
if what you have
pick
read
your
so
arms
far
up,
makes sense, keep reading.
past your shoulders
The following chapters contain information
push
that
your
can help
back
you break
together
free
right here,
from the nice guy
and
syndrome
then repeat.
and start getting what you want
I'm on
in
my
love
second set.
and life. Breaking Free, Activity 2. Why would it seem rational for a person to try to eliminate or hide certain things about himself and try to become something different unless there was a compelling reason for him to do so? Why do people try to change who they really are? Take some time and think about this. Is this your behavior or the behavior of someone you know? Chapter 2. The Making of a Nice Guy. I concluded the previous chapter with the questions, why would it seem rational for a person to try to eliminate or hide certain things about himself and try to become something different unless there was a compelling reason for him to do so? Why do people try to change who they really are? After spending years examining the nice guy syndrome from every possible angle, there is only one answer to this question that makes sense. Because it does not feel safe or acceptable for a boy or man to be just who he is. Becoming a nice guy is a way of coping with situations where it does not feel safe or acceptable for a boy or man to be just who he is. Furthermore, the only thing that could make a child or an adult sacrifice oneself by trying to become something different is a belief that being just who he is must be a bad and or dangerous thing.
All right, y'all. We got the second set
The
done.
premise of this book is that during their formative years, all nice guys received messages from their families and the world around them that it was not safe, acceptable, or desirable for them to be who they were, just as they were. So how did nice guys receive these messages, and why did they respond to them in the way that they did? The following is a short course on how families and society turn perfect little boys into men who believe that they have to be good in order to be loved. Coping with abandonment. The most impressionable time in an individual's life is from birth to about 5 years. In these first few years, a child's personality is most significantly influenced by his surroundings. It is during this time that his paradigms begin to be established. Since the strongest influences during this time are usually a child's parents and extended family, this is where we must begin our examination of the origins of the nice guy syndrome. There are two important facts we must understand about children. First, when children come into the world, they are totally helpless. They are dependent on others to recognize and respond to their needs in a timely, judicious manner. As a result of this dependency, every child's greatest fear is abandonment. To children, abandonment means death. Second, children are ego-centered. This means that they inherently believe they are the center of the universe and everything revolves around them. Therefore, they believe that they are the cause of everything that happens to them. These two factors, their fear of abandonment and their ego-centeredness, create a very powerful dynamic for all children. Whenever a child experiences any kind of abandonment, he will always believe that he is the cause of what has happened to him. These abandonment experiences might include any of the following. He is hungry and no one feeds him. He cries and no one holds him. He is lonely and no one pays attention to him. A parent gets angry at him. A parent neglects him. A parent puts unrealistic expectations on him. A parent uses him to gratify his or her own needs. A parent shames him. A parent hits him. A parent doesn't want him. A parent leaves him and doesn't come back in a timely manner. Because every child is born into an imperfect world and into an imperfect family, every child has abandonment experiences. Even though their belief that they are the cause of these painful events is, in fact, an inaccurate interpretation of their life, children have no other way to understand the world. Toxic shame. These abandonment experiences and the naive, ego-centered interpretation of them creates a belief in some young children that it is not acceptable for them to be who they are, just as they are. They conclude that there must be something wrong with them, which causes the important people in their lives to abandon them. They have no way of comprehending that their abandonment experiences are not caused by something about them, but by the people who are supposed to recognize and meet their needs. This naive, ego-centered interpretation of their abandonment experiences creates a psychological state called toxic shame. Toxic shame is the belief that one is inherently bad, defective, different, or unlovable. Toxic shame is not just a belief that one does bad things. It is a deeply held core belief that one is bad. survival mechanisms. As a result of these abandonment experiences and the faulty interpretation of these events, all children develop survival mechanisms to help them do three very important things. Try to cope with the emotional and physical distress of being abandoned. Try to prevent similar events from happening again. Try to hide their internalized toxic shame or perceived badness from themselves and others. Children find a multitude of creative ways to try to accomplish these three goals. Since their insight, experience, and resources are limited, these survival mechanisms are often ineffective and sometimes seemingly illogical. For instance, a child who is feeling lonely may misbehave in a way that is sure to attract his parents' attention in a negative way. Even though it may seem illogical for a child to do something that invites painful or negative attention, the consequences of the behavior may not feel as bad as feeling lonely or isolated. Trying to be good, trying to become what he believes others want him to be, is just one of many possible scripts that a little boy might form as the result of childhood abandonment experiences and the internalization of toxic shame. The origin of the nice guy paradigm. When I first began exploring my own nice guy attitudes and behaviors, I had no idea how all the pieces fit together. I believed that I came from a pretty good family and had lived a pretty good life. When I began observing other men with traits similar to my own, I encountered the same general lack of insight into the origins of their own emotional and behavioral patterns. When questioned about their childhood, nice guys frequently tell me they grew up in perfect, great, Leave It to Beaver or all-American families. Nevertheless, these men learned to hide their flaws and tried to become what they believed others wanted them to be. These factors indicate that at some point in their early lives, their circumstances were less than ideal. Alan, Jason, and Jose are all nice guys. Each of these men had different childhood experiences. They are all unique in the way that their nice guy scripts are played out in their adult lives. In spite of these differences, they all developed a core belief in childhood that they were not okay just as they were. As a result of their internalized toxic shame, each developed a life paradigm that involved seeking approval and hiding perceived flaws. All of these men believed that these life strategies were necessary if they were to have any hope of being loved, getting their needs met, and having a problem-free life. Alan, the oldest of 3 children in a single-parent family, Alan prided himself on having never caused his mother a moment's pain. As a child, he performed well in sports and school. He believed that these things set him apart from his siblings and made his mother proud. Alan was the first person in his family to get a college degree, another factor he believed made him special. Alan's father, an abusive alcoholic, abandoned the family when Alan was 7. At an early age, Alan made a decision to be 180 degrees different from his father. As a result, he prided himself on being patient, giving, and even-keeled. Alan worked hard to never be angry or demeaning like his father. He was an active leader in his youth group at church and never drank alcohol or did drugs as a teenager. Alan's mother, a fundamentalist Christian, raised Alan in a sect that preached hellfire and brimstone. He came to believe that he was a sinner for having normal thoughts, impulses, and behaviors. Though he always worked hard to be a good Christian, he lived with a constant fear that he might make a mistake and suffer everlasting punishment. Alan believed his mother was a saint. She would do anything for her children. She would listen and wasn't critical. Frequently, she and Alan would commiserate with each other about all the bad things his dad did. On more than one occasion, Alan's mother told him that she was trying to raise her sons to be different from their father. She wanted them to grow up to be giving, peaceful, and respectful of women. As an adult, Alan still stays in close touch with his mother and does whatever he can to help make her life easier. Jason. Jason, introduced in Chapter 1, believed he grew up in a Leave It to Beaver family. In reality, both of Jason's parents lived through their children. Though he saw his childhood as ideal, in actuality his parents used him and his siblings to meet their own needs. Jason believed his parents were perfect. He described them as being strict and overprotective. He acknowledged that he was sheltered and sexually naive, and admitted that he might have been smothered by his parents. Jason's father closely directed the family. Jason reported that his father still tried to control Jason's life. Jason shared a chiropractic practice with his father, who ran the business, told Jason what house he should buy, what car to drive, and what church he should attend. Jason described his mother as a wonderful, loving woman. He reported that she was always involved with the kids. With no friends of her own, she turned to her children for companionship and affirmation of her worth. Jason couldn't remember his parents showing much affection to each other. He couldn't picture them having sex.
Hi,
and
y'all.
wondered how
What's
they
up,
made
Jay
3
Chance?
kids.
What's poppin', girl?
Even though they did lots of things with the
I'm
children.
about to go get a cup of water. We're gonna take a break from the working out. I'm gonna get a cup of water. We're gonna get this started. I'm tired, man. We got 1 cup. We're gonna try to get 8 cups inside of us. Let's do it. Alright, y'all. Dang, by the time I got in here, the cup of water I had in here was drunken. That's okay. We back at it like a crack addict.
He couldn't remember them ever going out or taking a vacation just by themselves. As an adult, Jason tried to live up to the image of perfection portrayed by his parents. Everything he did was calculated to look good. He looked like a good husband, a good father, a good Christian, and a good professional. In spite of all his efforts, he always felt inadequate and defective compared to his parents. Jose. A successful business consultant, Jose was afraid of intimate relationships. Jose was highly educated and had a stressful, high-powered career. He was physically active, and his idea of recreation was taking a 100-mile bike ride or climbing a mountain. He repressed his anger and tried to never say anything that would upset anyone. He saw himself as controlling and acknowledged that his drug of choice was recognition. Jose was attracted to dependent women. He found it interesting that he seemed to be attracted to incest survivors. He stayed in his present relationship because he was concerned about the financial welfare of his girlfriend. He was afraid she wouldn't make it if he left. Jose openly acknowledged that he came from a dysfunctional family. He was the second of 7 children in a working-class family. At around the age of 14, he took on the role of parenting his younger siblings. Jose reported that there was tremendous chaos in his family, and he saw his job as protecting his brothers and sisters from its effects. Jose saw his father as angry, controlling, and abusive. He was explosive and demeaning to the boys and sexually abusive to the girls. Jose's mother was manic-depressive. She had extreme mood swings and had a difficult time staying on her medication. When she was manic, the house would be spotless. She would talk of entertaining politicians and socialites, and she would begin destructive sexual relationships. When she was depressed, she kept the windows covered, the house became a wreck, and she would threaten to kill herself. When he was 15, Jose had to break through a locked door and take a loaded gun away from his mother. She had been threatening suicide while all 7 kids stood by terrified. Jose saw this as a typical scenario growing up in his home. Jose worked hard all of his life to be different from his family. His family had him on a pedestal, and he was the one to whom everyone turned whenever they had a problem. His job as a family member was fixing chaos. His job as a business consultant was fixing chaos. His role in relationships was fixing chaos. Jose's life script required chaos, because without it, he would be out of a job. Jose considered his natural intelligence, work ethic, and ability to solve problems his saving grace. He believed these factors allowed him to escape his family dysfunction and make something of himself. Without them, he was convinced, he would have ended up just like his parents and the rest of his siblings. Child Development 101. Alan, Jason, and Jose all had very different childhood experiences, yet all developed a similar script that guided their lives. Each, in various ways, internalized a belief that they were not okay just as they were, and their survival depended on becoming something different. To help us connect the dots and see how 3 very different childhood experiences could create 3 men with very similar life paradigms, it might be helpful to do a quick review of the child development principles presented earlier in this chapter. All children are born totally helpless. A child's greatest fear is abandonment. All children are ego-centered. All children have numerous abandonment experiences when their needs are not met in a timely, judicious manner. When a child has an abandonment experience, he always believes that he is the cause. This naive misinterpretation creates toxic shame, a belief that he is bad. Children develop survival mechanisms to cope with their abandonment experiences, to prevent the experiences from happening again, and to hide their badness from themselves and others. These childhood survival mechanisms reflect the child's inherent powerlessness and naive view of himself and the world.
Yo! Appreciate you. Thank you very much for
From
subscribing.
perfect little boys
Spaceman
to nice guys.
Appreciate you.
The principles above can be applied to the childhood experiences of Alan, Jason, Jose, and every other nice guy
Good job.
described
Thank you so
in
much,
this
Lisa.
book. The progression from perfect little boy to nice guy basically occurs in 3 stages: abandonment, internalization of toxic shame, and the creation of survival mechanisms. Abandonment.
What's up, Chris? How you doing, big dog?
Like all nice guys, Alan, Jason, and Jose were abandoned in various ways. Alan and Jose had an angry or critical parent who communicated that they were not okay just as they were. Alan worshipped his mother, but she would not intervene when his father lashed out at Alan. This implied that he wasn't worth protecting. Alan came to believe that he had to be different from his father to be seen as a good man and be loved by his mother. Alan and Jason were used and objectified by their parents. They were valued for always doing it right and never being a problem. This communicated that they were only lovable when they lived up to their parents' expectations. Since Jason believed his parents were perfect, He always felt flawed and inadequate compared to them. Neither of Jose's parents provided any guidance, nurturing, or support. This communicated that he was of little or no value to them. Alan and Jason grew up in fundamentalist churches that reinforced a need to be perfect and sinless. Failure to do so meant everlasting punishment. Jose believed he was valuable only if he was different from his crazy family. All three, Alan, Jason, and Jose, believed that someone else's needs were more important than their own, a common occurrence in nice guy families. All of these experiences represented a form of abandonment because they communicated to these little boys that they were not okay just as they were. Shame. Regardless of whether they were abused, abandoned, neglected, shamed, used, smothered, controlled, or objectified, all nice guys internalize the same belief. It was a bad or dangerous thing for them to be just who they were. Some of these messages were communicated overtly by parents who had no concern for the child's welfare. Some were communicated indirectly by caring parents who themselves were too young, overwhelmed, or distracted to provide a nurturing environment for their child. At times, these messages were communicated by circumstances that were beyond anyone's control. In every situation, the child believed these events and circumstances were telling a story about him. He believed there was something about him that caused these things to happen. Using childlike logic, he concluded, there must be something wrong with me because blank. Fill in the blank. When I cry, no one comes. Mom gets that look on her face.
Okay, you guys can't hear me.
Dad
okay,
left and didn't come back.
All right.
Mom
So
has
right
to do
now,
everything for me.
I'm playing a video game.
Dad yells at me.
I'm tired.
I'm not perfect like Mom and Dad.
We're going to get there. I'm still reading and listening to the audiobook.
These childhood experiences also caused the young boy to believe, I'm only good enough and lovable when blank. Fill in the blank. I'm different from Dad. Mom needs me. I don't make any mistakes. I make good grades. I'm happy. I'm not like my brother. I don't cause anyone any problems. I make Mom and Dad happy. Survival mechanisms. As a result of their childhood abandonment experiences and the inaccurate interpretation of these events, all nice guys develop survival mechanisms to help them do three very important things. Try to cope with the pain and terror caused by their abandonment experiences. Try to prevent these abandonment experiences from occurring again. Try to hide their toxic shame from themselves and others. For nice guys, these survival mechanisms take the form of the following life paradigm. If I can hide my flaws and become what I think others want me to be, then I will be loved, get my needs met, and have a problem-free life. It is this paradigm formed in childhood that guides and controls everything nice guys do in their adult lives. Even though it is based on faulty interpretations of childhood events, it is the only roadmap these men have. Nice guys believe this map is accurate, and if they follow it correctly, they should arrive at their desired location, a smooth, happy life. Even though this life script is often highly ineffective, nice guys frequently just keep trying harder, doing more of the same, hoping for different results. Two kinds of nice guys. The survival mechanisms that nice guys develop to deal with their abandonment experiences and internalize toxic shame are usually manifested in one of two ways. In one form, a nice guy exaggerates his toxic shame and believes he is the worst kind of person. I call this man the I'm so bad nice guy. The I'm so bad nice guy is convinced everyone can see how bad he is. He can give concrete examples of bad behavior in childhood, adolescence, and adulthood that support his core belief about himself. He can tell of breaking windows and getting whippings as a little boy. He will reveal running afoul of the law and making his mother cry when he was a teenager. He will tell tales of smoking, drinking, using drugs, and carousing as an adult. He is convinced his only hope for having any kind of happiness in life lies in trying his best to mask his inherent badness. He never really believes anyone will buy into his nice guy persona, but doesn't think he has any other choice. The second kind of nice guy is the I'm so good nice guy. This man handles his toxic shame by repressing his core belief about his worthlessness. He believes he is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet. If he is conscious of any perceived flaws, they are seen as minor and easily correctable. As a child, he was never a moment's problem. As a teen, he did everything right. As an adult, he follows all the rules to a T. This nice guy has tucked his core toxic shame into a handy airtight compartment deep in his unconscious mind. He masks his toxic shame with the belief that all the good things he does make him a good person. Even though the two kinds of nice guys may differ in their conscious awareness of their toxic shame, both operate from the same life paradigm. All nice guys believe they are not okay just as they are, and therefore must hide their flaws and become what they believe other people want them to be. I make the distinction between the two kinds of nice guys to help both see their distortions. Neither is as bad or good as they believe themselves to be. They are both just wounded souls operating from a belief system based on the inaccurate perceptions of the events of their childhood. Breaking free. Activity 3. It is impossible to cover every factor that might cause a young boy to try to hide his perceived flaws and seek approval from others. I don't believe it is essential for nice guys to uncover every experience that ever made them feel unsafe or bad. But I have found that some understanding of where a life script originated is helpful in changing that script. Reread the stories of Alan, Jason, and Jose. Think about how these stories are similar to your own childhood experiences. On a separate piece of paper or in a journal, write down or illustrate the messages you received in your family that seem to imply that it wasn't okay for you to be who you were, just as you were. Share these experiences with a safe person. As you do,
oh my God,
note your feelings. Do you feel sad, angry, lonely, numb? Share this information as well. The purpose of this assignment is to name
here human?
rather than
Why
blame.
do I have to deal with this?
Blaming will keep you stuck. Naming these childhood experiences will allow you to replace these messages with more accurate ones and help you change your nice guy script. The baby boom generation and the sensitive guy. Every child who has ever lived has experienced various forms of abandonment. There are many ways in which children can interpret and respond to these events. As stated above, becoming a nice guy is just one of many possible reactions. The childhood experiences described above are probably not sufficient in themselves, however, to account for the multitude of nice guys I encounter regularly. I have no doubt that nice guys have always existed. There have always been Marvin Milquetoast and Walter Mitty kinds of guys out there. I'm sure there has never been a shortage of mama's boys and hen-pecked husbands. I believe many little boys are born with a peaceful, generous temperament and grow up to be peaceful, generous men. But after years of working with countless men, I am convinced that a unique combination of social dynamics over the last 5 decades has produced a plethora of nice guys in historically unprecedented numbers. To truly understand the current phenomena of the nice guy syndrome, we have to take into account a series of significant social changes that began around the turn of the century and accelerated following World War II. These social dynamics included the transition from an agrarian to an industrial economy, the movement of families from rural areas to urban areas, the absence of fathers from the home, the increase in divorce, single-parent homes, and homes headed by women, an educational system dominated by women, women's liberation and feminism, the Vietnam War, the sexual revolution. These events combined to have a major impact on American boys growing up in this era. These social changes created three profound dynamics that contributed to the widespread phenomena of the nice guy syndrome in the baby boom generation. Boys were separated from their fathers and other significant male role models. As a result, men became disconnected from other men in general and confused as to what it meant to be male. Boys were left to be raised by women. The job of turning boys into men was left to mothers and a school system dominated by women. As a result, men became comfortable being defined by women and became dependent on the approval of women. Radical feminism implied that men were bad and or unnecessary. The messages of radical feminism furthered the belief of many men that if they wanted to be loved and get their needs met, they had to become what they believed women wanted them to be. For many men, this meant trying to hide any traits that might cause them to be labeled as bad men. 20th Century History 101. The following is a brief overview of how some of the dynamic social changes of the last half of the 20th century helped create the bumper crop of nice guys in our culture. The loss of fathers. The shift to a manufacturing society and urban migration in the post-war years took fathers away from their sons in droves. According to the U.S. Census, in 1910, 1/3 of all families lived on farms. By 1940, this number had shrunk to 1 in 5. By 1970, 96% of all families lived in urban areas. In an agrarian society, boys connected with their fathers by working alongside them in the fields. This often meant contact with extended family that included grandfathers, uncles, and cousins. This daily contact with men provided boys with an intimate model of maleness. Sons learned about being male by watching their dads, just as their own fathers had learned by watching their fathers. As families migrated from rural areas to cities and suburbs after World War II, the contact between fathers and sons diminished significantly. Dads left home in the morning and went to work. Most sons never got to see what their fathers did, let alone have much time to spend with them. Fathers became unavailable in other ways. Men's addictions to work, TV, alcohol, and sex took them away from their sons. Increases in divorce began to separate boys from their fathers. Census statistics show that the incidence of divorce tripled from 1940 to 1970. In 1940, just over 5 million households were headed by women. By 1970, this figure had almost tripled to over 13 million households. In general, the nice guys I have worked with do not report having had a close, bonded relationship with their fathers in childhood. Sometimes this was a result of their fathers working long hours, being withdrawn, or being passive. More often than not, nice guys describe their fathers in negative terms. They often see them as controlling, rageful, angry, absent, abusive, unavailable, addictive, or philandering. It is not unusual at some point in childhood for nice guys to have made a conscious decision to be different from their fathers. The unavailability of dads during this era often required mothers to take over the job of the fathers. Women inherited the de facto job of turning boys into men. Unfortunately, even the most well-meaning mothers are not equipped to teach their sons how to be men by themselves. This hasn't kept them from trying. I believe the significant number of nice guys produced in the 40s, 50s, and 60s is the direct result of mothers, not fathers, teaching their sons how to be male. Consequently, many nice guys have adopted a female perspective of masculinity and are comfortable having their manhood defined by women. The female-dominated educational system. The modern educational system has also contributed to the dynamic of boys being raised by women. Since World War II, boys have entered schools dominated by females. For most boys, the first several years in school become basic training in how to please women. From kindergarten through 6th grade, I had only one male teacher and 6 female teachers. This is pretty consistent with national norms. Men account for just 1 in 4 teachers nationwide. In the primary grades, they make up only 15% of the teaching staff, and that number is steadily dropping. From daycare to preschool to elementary school, little boys in the post-war era have been surrounded by women. There have been few adult males to help them through this experience. If a little boy was already disconnected from his father and trained to please a woman, the typical school system magnified this conditioning. The Vietnam War. In the 60s, the Vietnam War crystallized the feeling of alienation between baby boom boys and their fathers. Battle lines were drawn between young men protesting a war started and perpetuated by their fathers. A generation of World War II veterans could not understand the flaunting of responsibility and the social rebellion of their sons. The young men of this generation became the antithesis of their fathers and of an establishment that solved domestic and international problems with guns and bombs. The anti-war movement created a new breed of males focused on love, peace, and avoiding conflict. Women's liberation. During this same period of time, many women were beginning to work outside of the home. Birth control provided new freedom, and women's liberation was in its infancy. Some mothers during the baby boom era could foresee a change in gender roles on the horizon. They worked to prepare their sons and daughters for what was to come. Many of these mothers raised their daughters to not need a man. At the same time, they trained their sons to be different from their fathers: peaceful, giving, nurturing, and attentive to a woman's needs. Radical feminism in the 60s and 70s projected an angry generalization about men. Some feminists claimed that men were the cause of all of the problems in the world. Others asserted that men were merely an unnecessary nuisance. More than likely, the majority of women during this era did not feel this way about men. Nevertheless, enough angry women were significantly vocal to contribute to a social climate that convinced many men that it was not okay to be just who they were. Epithets like "men are pigs" and "all men are rapists" were prominent during this time. Less angry slogans of feminism asserted that a woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. Men who were already conditioned to look to women for definition and approval were especially susceptible to these kinds of messages. This added incentive for these men to try to figure out what women wanted and to try to become that in order to be loved and get their needs met. Soft males and boy men. Robert Bly, the author of Iron John, writes about how the social changes of the baby boom era created a new breed of American men. Bly calls these men soft males. He writes, "They're lovely, valuable people, I like them. They're not interested in harming the earth or starting wars. There's a gentle attitude toward life in their whole being and style of living. But many of these men are not happy. You quickly notice the lack of energy in them. They are life-preserving, but not exactly life-giving. Ironically, you often see these men with strong women who positively radiate energy. Here we have a finely tuned young man, ecologically superior to his father, sympathetic to the whole harmony of the universe, yet he himself has little vitality to offer. From a different perspective, Camille Paglia comments on how the social changes of the last 5 decades have changed roles of men and women. The hard-driving woman has to switch personae when she gets home. She's got to throttle back, or she'll castrate everything in the domestic niche. Many white middle-class women have dodged this dilemma by finding themselves a nice, malleable boy man who becomes another son in the subliminally matriarchal household. Politically incorrect desires. Salon, issue 49. Regardless of whether we call these men soft males, sensitive New Age guys, or nice guys, the unique combination of social events in the post-World War II era reinforced and magnified the messages that many little boys had already received from their families, that they weren't okay just as they were. These social events further amplified the belief that if they wanted to be loved, get their needs met, and have a smooth life, they had to hide their flaws and become what others, especially women, wanted them to be. My observation in recent years points to the reality that the conditioning described above did not end with the baby boom generation. I am seeing more and more young men in their 20s and even teens who demonstrate all of the characteristics of the nice guy syndrome. Not only have these young men been affected by all of the social dynamics listed above, even more grew up in single-parent families or were raised by nice guy fathers. As I write this, I expect that we are just beginning on our 3rd generation of nice guys. The habits of highly ineffective men. As a result of the family and social conditioning described above, nice guys struggle to get what they want in love and life. Due to their shame and ineffective survival mechanisms, the roadmap they follow just won't take them where they want to go. This is frustrating. But rather than trying something different, their life paradigm requires that they keep trying harder, doing more of the same. I frequently tell nice guys, if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always had. To reiterate what I've illustrated before, nice guys prevent themselves from getting what they want in love and life by seeking the approval of others, trying to hide their perceived flaws and mistakes, putting other people's needs and wants before their own, sacrificing their personal power and playing the role of a victim, dissociating themselves from other men and their own masculine energy, co-creating relationships that are less than satisfying, creating situations in which they do not have very much good sex, failing to live up to their full potential. The next 7 chapters present a proven plan to show recovering nice guys the most effective ways to do something different. Read on. It is time for you to start getting what you want in love and life. Chapter 3. Learn to please yourself. I'm a chameleon, revealed Todd, a 30-year-old, single, nice guy. I will become whatever I believe a person wants me to be in order to be liked. With my smart friends, I act intelligent and use a big vocabulary. Around my mother, I look like the perfect, loving son. With my dad, I talk sports. With the guys at work, I cuss and swear. Whatever it takes to look cool. Underneath it all, I'm not sure who I really am, or if any of them like me just for who I am. If I can't figure out what people want me to be, I'm afraid I will be all alone. The funny thing is, I feel alone most of the time anyway. Just about everything a nice guy does is consciously or unconsciously calculated to gain someone's approval or to avoid disapproval. Nice guys seek this external validation in just about every relationship and social situation, even from strangers and people they don't like. Todd is an example of a man who, because of internalized toxic shame, believes he has to become what he thinks other people want him to be. The seeking of external validation is just one way in which nice guys frequently do the opposite of what works. By trying to please everyone, nice guys often end up pleasing no one,
nice guys,
including
and
themselves.
Nice girls. Yeah.
Seeking approval.
Let's get into this thing. What's up,
Because
Juno?
nice guys do not believe they are okay just as they are, they find a multitude of ways to convince themselves and others that they are lovable and desirable. They may focus on something about themselves, physical appearance, talent, intellect, something they do. Act nice, dance well, work hard, or even something external to themselves. Attractive wife, cute child, nice car, in order to get value and win others' approval. My word for these value-seeking mechanisms is attachments. Nice guys attach their identity and worth to these things and use them to convince themselves and others that they are valuable. Without these attachments, nice guys don't know what else about themselves would make anyone like or love them. Being a nice guy is the ultimate attachment for these men. They genuinely believe their commitment to being good and doing it right is what makes them valuable and compensates for their internalized belief that they are bad.
I'll see what it can do.
Because
What's
of their
happening
toxic shame,
I'm working out, man.
it is impossible
Working
for
out
nice
and
guys to
listening to
grasp
audiobooks.
that people might
Trying
like
to
them
become
and
the
love
best
them
version of me I can be,
just for who they are. They believe they are bad. The "I'm so good" nice guy is unconscious of this core belief, but it is a core belief nonetheless. And therefore they assume that if anyone really got to know them, they would discover the same thing. Being able to attach themselves to things that make them feel valuable and garner approval from others seems essential if they hope to be loved, get their needs met, and have a problem-free life. Breaking Free Activity 4. I've taken surveys in several No More Mr. Nice Guy groups, asking the members about the attachments they use to try to get external approval. The following are just a few of the responses. Look over the list. Note any of the ways in which you seek approval. Add to the list any behaviors that are uniquely you. Write down examples of each. Ask others for feedback about the ways in which they see you seeking approval. Having one's hair just right. Being smart. Having a pleasant, non-threatening voice. Appearing unselfish. Being different from other men. Staying sober. Being in good shape. Being a great dancer. Being a good lover. Never getting angry. Making other people happy. Being a good worker. Having a clean car. Dressing well. Being nice. Respecting women. Never offending anyone. Appearing to be good. How nice guys use attachments. Cal is a typical nice guy in the way he uses attachments to seek approval.
We're gonna pause it.
Cal tries to get external validation by always being in a good mood, driving a nice car, dressing well, having a cute daughter, and having an attractive wife. Let's pick one of these attachments to illustrate how Cal tries to get approval from others. Cal likes to dress his 14-month-old daughter in a cute dress and take her to the park. From the moment he begins to dress her, he is unconsciously attaching his value and identity to the acknowledgement he thinks he will receive from being a good dad. He knows that when he takes his daughter walking, people will look at her and smile. Some will comment about the cute little girl and her father out for a walk. A few will stop and ask her age, and others will gush about what a precious little angel she is. This attention makes Cal feel good about himself. The irony is that no one really values Cal for his attachments. Further, his dependency on external validation actually prevents people from getting to know him just as he is. None of these things have anything to do with who he is as a person. Nevertheless, they are the things he believes give him identity and value. Seeking the approval of women. Nice guys seek external validation in just about every social situation, but their quest for approval is the most pronounced in their relationships with women. Nice guys interpret a woman's approval as the ultimate validation of their worth. Signs of a woman's approval can take the form of her desire to have sex, flirtatious behavior, a smile, a touch, or attentiveness. At the other end of the spectrum, if a woman is depressed, in a bad mood, or angry, nice guys interpret these things to mean that she is not accepting or approving of them. There are numerous negative consequences in seeking the approval of women. Seeking a woman's approval requires nice guys to constantly monitor the possibility of a woman's availability. The possibility of availability is a term I use to describe the subjective measure of a woman's sexual availability. Since nice guys see sex as the ultimate form of acceptance, and they believe a woman must be in a good mood before she will have sex, these men are constantly diligent to not do anything that might upset a woman whom they desire. In addition, if a woman they desire is angry, depressed, or in a bad mood, they believe they must do something quickly. Lie, offer solutions, sacrifice self, manipulate to fix it. The possibility of availability extends beyond just sex, since nice guys have been conditioned by their families and society to never do anything to upset a woman. They are hyper-vigilant in responding to the moods and desires of women they don't even plan on having sex with. Seeking women's approval gives women the power to set the tone of the relationship. Nice guys constantly report that their own moods are often tied to the moods of their partner. If she is happy and doing okay, so is he. If she is angry, depressed, or stressed, he will feel anxious until she feels better. This connection runs so deep that many nice guys have told me that they feel guilty if they are in a good mood when their partner is not. Seeking women's approval gives women the power to define men and determine their worth. If a woman says he is wrong or thinks he is a jerk, a nice guy will be inclined to believe she is right. Even if the nice guy argues with the woman's evaluation, at some level, he knows that since she is the woman, she must be right. One nice guy asked me, if a man is talking in the forest and no woman is there to hear him, is he still wrong? Seeking women's approval creates rage toward women. Though most nice guys claim to love women, the truth is most of these men have tremendous rage toward women. This is because we tend to eventually despise whatever we make into our God. When our God fails to respond in the ways we expect, we humans tend to respond in one of two ways. We either blindly intensify our acts of worship or lash out in righteous anger. When nice guys put a woman or women on a pedestal and attempt to win their approval, sooner or later this adoration will turn to rage when these objects of worship fail to live up to the nice guy's expectations. This is why it is not unusual to hear a nice guy proclaim his undying love to a woman in one breath and then ragefully call her a FC only moments later. I have found that many gay nice guys are just as susceptible as straight men to seeking women's approval. As long as the gay nice guy can convince himself that he is not sexually attracted to women, he can delude himself into thinking that women don't have any power over him. Breaking free, activity 5. Consider this. If you did not care what people thought of you, how would you live your life differently? If you were not concerned with getting the approval of women, how would your relationships with the opposite sex be different?
That's such a weird situation.
Cover-up artists. When my son Steve was 9 years old, he accidentally poked some holes in our kitchen table with a ballpoint pen. When he realized what he had done, he immediately showed his mother the damage. Steve had appropriate, healthy shame about his mistake. He knew that his actions had caused damage to the table. He also knew that he had to take responsibility. Most importantly, he knew he wasn't bad. If I had done the same thing as a child, or even as an adult, I would have had an attack of toxic shame and tried my best to hide or deny what I had done. I would have been convinced someone was going to be angry at me and stop loving me. I would have lived with the secret as well as a constant fear of being found out. Numerous nice guys have commented that they could relate to my son's situation. Without exception, every one of them has admitted that they would have done the opposite of what Steve did. Tried to cover it up. As stated above, everything a nice guy does is calculated to try to win approval or avoid disapproval. Since nice guys do not believe they are okay just as they are, they see any mistake or perceived flaw as proof that they are bad and unlovable. They believe that if anyone sees how bad they really are, they will be hurt, shamed, or abandoned. As a result, nice guys are consummate cover-up artists. Nice guys believe they must hide or distract attention from any perceived shortcoming. If they forget something, if they are late, if they break something, if they don't understand something, if they do something wrong, if they are depressed, if they are in pain, if they generally mess up. The nice guy's need to hide is often the most pronounced in areas that are just part of being human and alive. That they are sexual, that they have bodily functions, that they are getting older, that they are losing their hair, that they have needs, that they are imperfect. Breaking free, activity 6. Look over the lists above. Write down examples of situations in which you have tried to hide or distract attention from any of these perceived flaws. How effective do you think you are in keeping these things hidden from the people you love? Hiding the evidence. Nice guys find many creative ways to cover up their perceived flaws and mistakes. These include lying. Most nice guys pride themselves on being honest and trustworthy. Ironically, nice guys are fundamentally dishonest. Nice guys will tell lies, partial truths, and omit information if they believe it will prevent someone from focusing on them in a negative way. Drawing on their account. Since nice guys strive so hard to be good, giving, and caring, they believe these acts should build up a credit that wipes clean any wrong they might do. Part of the nice guy's belief is that if he does most things right, no one should ever notice the few things, if any, he does wrong. Fixing. Mature people take responsibility for their actions. When they make a mistake or act inappropriately, they apologize, make amends, or repair the damage. Conversely, nice guys try to fix situations by doing whatever it takes to get the other person to stop being upset. Dear response. DEAR is an acronym I use for defend, explain, excuse, rationalize. These are all fear-based behaviors used to distract others from focusing on the nice guy's mistakes and badness. The nice guy is most likely to go into DEAR response when he has done something or failed to do something, and someone, usually wife, partner, or boss, confronts him and expresses his or her feelings. Turning the tables. If someone gets angry at a nice guy or points out some flaw or mistake, his shame will be triggered. In an attempt to distract himself and the other person from his badness, he may try to turn the tables and do something to trigger the other person's shame. I call this shame dumping. This unconscious strategy is based on the belief that if the nice guy can shift the focus to the other person's badness, he can slip out of the spotlight. Typical shame-dumping techniques include blame, bringing up the past, deflection, and pointing out the other person's flaws. Walls. Nice guys build walls that prevent others from getting too close. Understandably, this affects their ability to be intimate, but it also protects them from the consequences of being found out. These walls might include addictions, food, sex, TV, alcohol, work, etc., humor, sarcasm, intellectualism, perfectionism, and isolation. Teflon men. As much as nice guys try to look good and get people to like them, the above defenses keep people at arm's length. Like most nice guy patterns, these unconscious behaviors actually accomplish the exact opposite of what the nice guy really craves. While desiring love and connection, his behaviors serve as an invisible force field that keeps people from being able to get close to him. Nice guys have a difficult time comprehending that, in general, people are not drawn to perfection in others. People are drawn to shared interests, shared problems, and an individual's life energy. Humans connect with humans. Hiding one's humanity and trying to project an image of perfection makes a person vague, slippery, lifeless, and uninteresting. I often refer to nice guys as Teflon men. They work so hard to be smooth, nothing can stick to them. Unfortunately, this Teflon coating also makes it difficult for people to get close. It is actually a person's rough edges and human imperfections that give others something to connect with. Self-approval. Recovery from the nice guy syndrome involves changing core paradigms. Instead of seeking external validation and avoiding disapproval, recovering nice guys must begin seeking their own approval. Ironically, when nice guys begin focusing on pleasing themselves, they actually begin to experience the intimacy and connection with others that they have always desperately craved. To help facilitate this recovery process, nice guys can identify how they seek approval, take good care of themselves, give themselves positive affirmations, spend extended periods of time alone, reveal themselves to safe people. Breaking free, activity 7. Consider these questions. Do you believe that people can see your human imperfections and still love you? How would you be different if you knew the people who care about you would never leave you or stop loving you no matter what? Identifying approval-seeking behavior helps nice guys learn to approve of themselves. As odd as it may sound, nice guys have to practice being themselves. One way to begin this process is to pay attention when trying to impress or get approval. Recovering nice guys can observe themselves spending extra time on their hair, holding the door open for someone, cleaning the kitchen, or walking with their child in the park just to get noticed or praised.
I don't do literally, like maybe
As they become aware of how much time and energy they spend trying to garner approval, They can begin living an inside-out kind of life.
It's my job, though. It's my job, though. You know what I'm saying? That's really...
This means, rather than focusing outward for acceptance and approval, they turn inward. In doing so, they can begin asking themselves the important questions. What do I want? What feels right to me? What would make me happy? Earlier in the chapter, I presented Cal as an illustration of how nice guys use attachments, things outside of themselves, to get value. During a session of individual therapy, I asked Cal to make a list of things he used to get approval from others. The next week, he brought in a 2-page list. I encouraged him to pick one attachment from the list, and for the next month, pay attention to how he used it to get value. Cal decided to focus on his car. Cal kept his car perfectly clean inside and out. He believed this was one of the things that impressed people and made them like him. He made a conscious decision to not wash or vacuum his car for the next month. While doing so, he would pay attention to how he felt and how people responded to him. Since Cal lives in the Seattle area, his car soon developed a gray haze from rain and road grime. On numerous occasions, he had to fight the impulse to wash it. When he drove down the road, he was sure that people were looking at his filthy car and judging him. When he drove to work or a friend's house, he waited for someone to shame him. When his daughter drew pictures in the dirt with her finger, it was almost more than he could stand. At the end of the month, Cal washed and waxed his car and felt a sense of relief. Surprisingly enough, during the month, not one person had commented on his dirty car, and no one had quit liking him or removed their love from him. Likewise, washing and waxing his car after a month didn't make anyone like him better or garner him any new friends. Breaking Free Activity 8. Go back to the list of approval-seeking behaviors at the beginning of this chapter. Choose one of the ways you try to get external validation and do one of the following. 1. Go on a moratorium from this behavior. Set a period of time to stop doing it. Tell the people around you what you are doing. If you slip, tell a safe person about it. Use the slip as information about why, in that particular moment, you felt the need to get external approval. 2. Consciously do more of this behavior. This may not make logical sense, but it is a powerful way to explore any dysfunctional behavior. Observe how you feel when you consciously try harder to get external validation.
Okay.
Taking good care of the self helps nice guys learn to approve of themselves. Taking good care of the self is essential for changing one's belief about the self. If a nice guy believes he isn't worth much, his actions toward himself will reflect this belief. When a recovering nice guy begins to consciously do good things for himself, these actions imply that he must be worth something. When I address this issue with nice guys, they frequently can't think of more than 1 or 2 good things to do for themselves.
To the mic. All right.
Together, we will often brainstorm and make a list of possible things to do. These good things can range from simple acts like drinking lots of water or flossing their teeth, to more extensive things like taking a trip or buying the car they have always wanted. Below are a few possibilities. Exercise, work out, go for a walk.
Yep.
Eat healthy food.
Yep.
Get enough sleep.
Yep.
Relax.
Yep.
Play. Goof
Yep.
off.
Yep.
Get a massage.
He's with it.
Go out with buddies.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Buy a new pair of shoes.
I don't know about that one.
Get shoes polished.
Maybe that one.
Get dental work done.
Okay, we in there?
Get a physical.
Yeah?
Listen to music.
Okay.
As the recovering nice guy begins to do good things for himself, he will feel uncomfortable. He may actually feel frightened, anxious, guilty, or confused.
There's a lot of people that don't
These
like
feelings are the result of what is called cognitive dissonance.
Give him what's up.
When the nice guy does something good for himself, he is doing something that implies he is valuable.
No more
This will
Mr. Nice
conflict
Guy.
with his deeply held belief that he is worthless. As a result, he will experience dissonance, a clashing of two competing messages. In time, one of the beliefs will win. I encourage recovering nice guys to keep being good to themselves, no matter how frightening. In time, the core messages from childhood are replaced with new, more accurate beliefs that reflect their inherent worth. Todd, introduced in the beginning of the chapter, spent so much time trying to get the approval of others that he rarely did anything for himself. On the encouragement of other men in his No More Mr. Nice Guy group, Todd decided to consciously begin doing things for himself. He began small, by buying himself new socks and underwear.
Right.
After a few weeks, he started an exercise program and began working out regularly. Even though it made him feel guilty, he started going to a massage therapist every other week. After 6 months, Todd decided to spend $2,000 to join a singles activity club. He shared with the group that even though he occasionally heard a little voice that said he wasn't worth it, doing so was one of the most affirming things he had ever done. A couple of months later, he reported that he had gone on 2 dates with 2 different women, both of whom seemed to like him just as he was. Breaking Free, Activity 9. Begin with the list above and add good things that you can do for yourself. Put the list up where you will see it, and choose at least one thing per day, and do it for yourself. Affirming self helps nice guys learn to approve of themselves. Positive affirmations can help change the nice guy's core belief about himself. Affirmations replace old, inaccurate messages about the nice guy's worth with new, more realistic ones. When used alone, the effects of affirmations are usually short-lived.
Not the ground, but
this is because these messages are contrary to the oldest, deepest beliefs the nice guy holds about himself. Affirmations are only effective when used along with other processes that help change the nice guy's core beliefs.
Pause. All right. So, today, our calisthenics has been pretty well put together. We have 3 more workouts to go. We did 47 minutes of working out today. We have 5 exercises: chest, glutes, back, triceps, quadriceps, glutes, triceps, and chest. I got a record with hip thrust. Let's go, y'all. You're doing really good, John. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. You got to get some clothes for tomorrow. What's going on here? I'm working out, man. Continuously working out. I'm just seeing. I got to make a video about what I'm doing, but I'll be able to talk about it probably better tomorrow. I need to sleep. I'm going to get to sleep, and then right when I wake up, I'm going to get right back to it. Like, this is just continuous grinding, continuous book reading, like, just continuous eating good food, being, like, heavily nutrienced. Come on now. Like, what? Let's see how it is when we're, like, fucking fully pumped. I got to get my, thing up. Let's look at some video games, y'all. Let's look at some games. What games should I play? We did a Pop the Balloon. We did some working out. We did some audio books. Now it's video game time, y'all. League of Legends, what y'all looking at? Fortnite. What do y'all think is a good game? Marvel Rivals. Still haven't played that one time. I could try that out for the one time. Let's see how this gonna go, y'all. It's a game that everybody be playing. Everybody playing right now. I'm sweaty. This is lock set. Don't lock the set. Come on, shut down. I did a pretty good workout. I only got 3 fresh muscle groups. My arms, my chest, my legs, everything felt good. Damn, thought it downloading. You mean book listening? Exactly. What's up, D-Flow? D-Flow, you sat through all of that or you just came back? D-Flow, did you sit through this whole live stream or you just came back? That's wild, bro. Okay, so D-Flow, or girl, my apologies. I don't know, Pac-Man. So check this out, D-Flow. This is what my live stream consists of, right? I watch Pop the Balloon to Find Love. I try to find a girl that I would be interested in and see if she is the correct girl that I should be interested in by the end of it. We can see if she gets picked first, and I can see what if I was to ever go on Pop the Balloon, what number I would want to be. Or we could see if I just have horrible view options, right? Where I'm looking at a girl and I'm like, oh yeah, she fine. She got 3 kids, 6 baby daddies. Damn. The girl that I picked today, bro, had 2 babies. She was 26-year-old with 2 kids. I was sitting there like, damn. She wouldn't have picked me anyway. I got to get better inside of, I got to be more confident, honestly. If I keep saying she wouldn't have picked me anyway, of course they wouldn't pick me because I'm not confident in myself. I got to be more confident in myself. But I'm pretty sure she would have picked me. She'd have been like, yeah, he cute. Hell yeah. If the system is unlocking Intel 13 furniture, if you're experiencing stable memory, okay. I don't know what none of this is. What is this? This is the Rivals store? Is this Lunch the Rivals? Let me launch the Rivals, y'all. We going in. Basement, Friday the 13th. Guess we're playing Jason. I ain't really trying to station. I'm with you? Okay, bet. So then after I do the Pop the Balloon to Find Love, pick the girl, I go into listening to an audiobook. There's going to be a different audio or the same audiobook each day until I finish it. And then I get into my next audiobook. In 100 days, I'm going to be a completely different person than you see right now. And you can physically watch it actively happen because I'm live streaming it. I'm live streaming my beginner calisthenics. I'm live streaming my working out. I'm live streaming my book reading. I'm live streaming my decision making when it comes to relationships. I'm live streaming my grooming and healthcare, my you know what I'm saying, everything that's like needed for me to be the man that I want to be when I turn 35. I'm live streaming all of it to keep myself active. I'm glad you're doing all this stuff for yourself. It's not about my approval. It's about you feeling worthy of receiving. Yes, ma'am. You get it, Lisa. You get it, Lisa. Shoot, man. And it's just straight up, like, you know what I'm saying, continuous improvement. Like this year, I have the graceful opportunity to be able to treat myself like this. So I'm going to treat myself, work myself out, train myself, learn, play video games. I'm going to do everything that guy in the book just said a nice guy should do. And I'm starting off with episode 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So when it gets further on and I'm able to make better, when it gets further on inside of the series and I'm able to make better thumbnails. I'm able to do better intros. I'm able to talk to people better. I understand where to set up my microphones. You know, I got extra microphones to use to like do this. By July this year, I should have that summer body I always wanted. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be that person that gives myself the love I always wanted. My mom gave it to me. Lisa gave it to me. My sisters give it to me. My cousins give it to me. I just need to stop getting inside of my head and acting like I don't have it. So I just need to live my life, bro, and have fun. I want you to live your life too. And I hope with me advancing through the ages, it gets better and better. I don't know. I don't even know how to play. There we go. There we go. I'm about to learn today.
You're currently playing as the Punisher, a powerful duelist. I'll guide you through a test run. Come on, let's get started. Go on and move the camera around to look at the target. Time to follow the guiding line into the mission area. You can jump over obstacles to reach the target location. Ready, aim, fire. Press the first out of ammo? No worries. Just press the reload button to get more. Aim for the head. Go on, get up close to the enemy and use your melee attacks. Time to follow the guiding line into the mission area. Click once to mark this spot. It's easy.
This could all come down.
Double click to mark your enemy's location.
Something seems fishy here.
Wanna mark the enemy? Just point and click.
I'm hit pretty bad. Ugh, I need medical support. Bogey here.
Hold down the ping key to bring up the wheel and send a quick message.
Prime attack location.
Time to follow. I'm gonna share my cosmic awareness with you. You'll be able to detect easy to damage structures.
Okay.
I call this power chronovision. You can use chronovision to observe and destroy structures in an active area. There we go. Path cleared. Now advance to the next mission area. You can use chronovision to observe and destroy structures. Breakthrough. There we go. Path cleared. Now advance to the next mission area. Final judgment.
First time ever playing this game. I need to be more talkable. The platform one says, "Oh, Brawlhalla." I know what you're talking about, Lisa. Shoot, good night, D-Flow. Thanks for chilling out with me. Okay, so I realize when it comes to these games, I need to be more talkative and talk more, give more commentary, be more active, more interactive when it comes to that. I don't know how to do that. So before I play the game and do it, should I look at like how to actively do commentary during games, or I just need to keep doing it? Okay. Die. I gotta talk. I think that's the one thing that holds me back from being inside of like a game streamer, because I don't be talking enough. That's what I need to do. That's a pretty good boss thing. Okay, it's pretty straight. I still don't know. Wait, how did I do the ult thing? I hit one button. I'm gonna learn the next time. I don't even know who I would play normally. Who's like a person everybody can play? Tutorial, hero tutorial. Let's see what we got here. Shiba Nuba.
Hey there! I'll be helping you breeze through the hero tutorial. Ready to get started? Head over to that device and interact with it to pick your hero.
I don't know if I want to get that one.
You're currently playing as Mantis, a savvy strategist who's all about backing the team up with her impressive powers. Release a life energy blast to take out your enemies. Too fast for you. If your teammates are hurting bad, a healing flower should patch them up. Boost the damage your team delivers with Allied Inspiration. The best way to conquer enemies is to join forces with your teammates. My anger is healthy. Maybe I made myself. Want to keep your foes in check? Release more slumber in their direction. Oh, I need assistance. Get close to your teammates and use Soul Resurgence to give them a nice healing. The best way to conquer enemies is to join forces with your teammates.
Okay, she seems pretty cool.
Life energy rises. We are undefeatable. Now you can activate your team-up ability, Nature's Soul. Now Mantis can tap into Warlock's power of Cocooned Revival. Now, Mantis. Okay, now head over to the device and interact to start the healing challenge. Do your best best to keep your teammates alive until the clock runs out. I feel your pain. I defeated them all by myself. Help is here. Oh, you nailed that healing challenge.
Let's go.
Want to try again? Or should we move on? We're all wrapped up. You can try out another hero or leave the tutorial. Up to you.
No, damn it. I want to try another hero. I gotta go back in. Alright. I think I'm gonna do another workout. Yeah, I'm not too. Maybe get some more water. I feel like I want to floss, actually. Let's get some flossing done. Flossing done? Yeah, floss, brush teeth. Yeah. Yeah.